Alright, hey, what's up? This is Vital Vessel, K. Wells. Welcome back to the Whiteboard session. This is session number 2. This one expounds greater on session 1 about rhythm basics, but this is part 2. In this one, I will demonstrate by writing rhythm, clapping out the rhythm, and then playing the rhythm. I will stress the importance that rhythm, when you read it, sight read, it remains the same whether you change the tempo on a metronome or increase the tempo, or whether you increase or decrease the tempo, the rhythm will still remain the same. It's just if you increase the tempo, you'll play faster what you're reading. If you decrease the tempo on the metronome, what you're playing will just be stretched out. Okay, so let's begin by writing the rhythm. Right here, someone sent me a piece, and this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to write. Well, what I do to write it. This is 2/4 time in the treble clef. 2/4 means two. Each measure should equal to 2 quarter notes or its equivalents. So this is how I write. In the last video, I showed you a little bit about writing. When you do a quarter, you'll do 1-2-3-4. And when you write a whole note, when you do half notes, it's 1-2, 3-4. When you do quarter notes, each one gets a count. So let's start. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more as I go. We have, for the first measure, 1. Oh, hold on, let me switch tools. Let's do 7. So for this first one, we have 1 and 2 and. For this one, we have 1, 2. Those are quarter notes. For this one, we have 1 and 2, and this half note equals 2 quarters. So it's just going to be 1-2, because if it was a 4/4, it would equal a whole note or half of that. But since it's 2/4, it's 2 half notes. It's 1 half note. So 1-2. The half note for this time signature equals 1 whole, because it equals 2 quarter notes, and a half note equals 2 quarter notes, based off that rhythm tree that I showed you. Then we have 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 1-2, 1 and 2. Oh no, those are 8s. So 1 and 2 and those aren't 16s. So you'll go 1, 2. Let's go to the next line. 1 and 2 and 1-2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1-2. So we're writing the count out. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1-2, 1 and 2 and. Okay. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1-2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1-2. So that's the count. Now I'll show you the count clapping out the rhythm. So I'm going to turn on the metronome to help me out. Oh no, my metronome is being, hold on. Let's turn on the metronome on the piano. Turn on the metronome. Rhythm. Okay. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Okay, it's time to clap it out. Let's stop the metronome or the beat rhythm. I want to clap it out. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Oh, I messed up. So I messed up because I'm trying to figure out how to show you guys. So let's do this. I want to measure the bars. Measure. Put numbers on the measures. 1, 2, oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. So let me count out, we'll clap out measures 1 through 4. So 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. That's measures 1 through 4. So let's do it again. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Let's try it one more time. Clapping out measures 1 through 4. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. Cool. So that's the clapping out the rhythm. That's how you would clap it out. Let's do clapping out for 5 through 10. Measures 5 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. That's measures 5 through 10. Try it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. One more time. Let's try it again. Measures 5 through 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. 1 and 2 and 1, 2. So I'm demonstrating how you can clap out rhythms. If you can write out rhythm, you can clap it out with rhythm, then you can play the rhythm. If you can write out a rhythm, clap out a rhythm, and say the rhythm, you can really play the rhythm. So we're building up steps to be able to play the rhythm. Okay. So that's demonstrating clapping out the rhythm. I'm going to play out the rhythm, measures 1 through 10. 5 through 10 measures. Okay. What you see right here, those are called slurs. Ties and slurs. They connect the dots. So I will play this one right here separate. I will tongue these, but I'll connect these by breathing in and not making a separation between the notes. So that's a little emphasis on that. So slides and turs, slurs and ties connect the notes. So I'm going to show you measure 1, the difference between the first 2 notes will be tied, will slur it together, and the second 2 notes will be tongued. I did the downbeat for the next measure. Let's do 1 through 3 to show the difference. That was 1 through 4, but you get the difference. Slides and turs, ties and slurs connect the notes. So let's do 1 through 10 all together with the counting. 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 1, 2. So let's do it. That's measures 1 through 10. Minus mistakes, but for now, this is what I have. I hope you understand a little bit. I hope you understand it a little bit more. Being able to write out a rhythm based off the notes and the time signature. Being able to clap out the rhythm based off what you wrote. And then being able to play the rhythm. So you're building up to be able to do the more advanced work. All right. And then adding the articulation dynamic with the slurs and ties. All right. Peace out. It's a crash course, but if you have any questions, just post it. Just comment or message me. See you later.